Good evening, everybody, or whatever time of day you happen to maybe be perusing this channel of mine. I appreciate you coming back, maybe for the first time or for a couple of times. But tonight I am going to break into this Empire Strikes Back Series 2, a box that I have never gotten to open before, so I am once again very excited to do this. I've got my collection I'm not going to touch, but every once in a while when I've come across a decent deal, in my eyes at least, right? Sometimes I'm blinded by just simply the desire to have them over getting just the ultimate best deal or not. But regardless, I've got them. And so my justification for getting some of these boxes sometimes is, at least in my mind, is that maybe a couple people will watch it and maybe they haven't seen it open up. But let's just go ahead and get into it, because these videos, I feel, are a little long in my eyes. This is a BBCE sealed box, by the way. I'm just I want to make sure that it's untampered. Once again, I've heard stories of them being tampered, but it's my best crack at it for being legit stuff. So, here is this guy. Oh, look at that. Straight out of the box was a little destroyed there. But that's all right as long as the contents are solid. Okay, look at that. Look at these guys. Nice and blue. Seen pictures of them many times. But look at those guys. All right. Let's do it to it. What do you say? Okay. Well, I've got my iPad here next to me, which is going to, be there for me whenever I want to kind of look at any of the pop reports. I've got it loaded up on, card 133, which it says is the first card, the picture card for Series 2. And it's there to just show me what is obviously apparent. I'm going to zoom up a little bit now that I've got kind of that shot done here. As I crack into this first pack, I'm going to always try to be conscious of the glare, conscious of my viewing friends out there. Okay, there's the gum, just acclimating myself to it. So this one has the gum on here. Notice a striking low number, of course, in the PSA ranks of 10s and 9s and all the rest, and that is simply because, they are not that first run of Star Wars cards, and so I get it. Let's see what's in the back here. So is there a sticker situation? I believe it is. I believe it's in the middle. All right. Okay, so there'll be protected stickers, if you will. Put the stickers here for now. Let's just kind of start filing through them here. So it's got the blue border. Test for Luke. All right, and I was talking to a couple of guys. These are, of course, some of the cards that PJ I appreciated. One of my longest viewers here has been, he sent me some because I sent him a couple of boxes. Very nice. I feel like I got the better deal considering the cards that he sent me. But Luke in Trouble. Okay, A Man Called Han Solo. So there's only 2 series for Empire Strikes Back. I do like these. He sent me quite a few of these, which I did send off to PSA, a good 5 or 6 of them. But, ill-centered, the ones he sent me were nice and centered up. Galaxy's Most Loyal Droids. Racing to the Falcon. We've got Fighting Against the Empire. Dagobah Comes to Life. So this has a little bit of kind of that feel of Series 5 of Star Wars, where it's kind of some of the behind-the-scenes type stuff. You really didn't see too much of that in the first 4 series of the 77 batches, which I guess a couple of those are 1978, I think, technically, when I'm searching them up on the sites like eBay and such. It seems like some of those came out in the 78, but that's cool. So let me figure out a little system here, put the stickers there. I might even just make a separate pile for my waxy buildups. And let's go here. We got some. Put this over here. PJ, do let me know in the comments if you still want these. I've got that, you know, it seems like you said you have some Return of the Jedi. That's a nice dinged corner there. You have some Return of the Jedi series too. I know you have plenty of cards, clearly, but if you for some reason want the Return of the Jedi box from Series 1, or if you want this box here, it is damaged. You saw that if you're watching, but just let me know if you want it. No big deal. I'll fire it off. Blooming Romance. Okay, the Dark Pursuer. I mean, that's cool. That's got to be a cool card. I do want to try this. I've got my kind of my magnifying system here, and maybe this will let me see some stuff in the corners, and also hopefully not to let me see my fingernails too bad, because that's gross. Let's see. It just seemed like it had something in the corner there. Anyway, I don't want to spend too much time on that, but keep going. Oh, here's a cool one. Evil Threatens. That's kind of neat. It's off center, but still a nice. I'm gonna put this one. Yeah, it definitely has some damage there in that corner, that last one, the Dark Pursuer. But yeah, Protagonist gave me some real good data as usual, just talking about kind of the print jobs for that Return of the Jedi stuff. If you watch the last video there, talking about some of the spray, totally noticed the Return of the Jedi Series 1. Some good Vader cards in this guy. I feel like this pack got a nice ding job in the corner there, this front corner to the camera. I don't know if you can see that, but the spray job on the Series 1 of Return of the Jedi, some of the print, it's like faded, not real rich in the colors. You do become when you become more knowledgeable, you become a perfectionist when it comes to this stuff, or at least the issues of them. And you start to really understand what is going to get, you know, a PSA 10 and stuff. But starting to get just more of a you know, lover of the fact of having a good set of these, rather than just, you know, because I'm not sitting here trying to sell this stuff. What I am going to do, though, everyone, is I'm going to maybe sell off some other baseball things, because look, as anybody knows, if you're looking at Star Wars Series 1, Star Wars 1977, Series 1, the holy grail of the Star Wars cards. If you're looking at trying to get a crew a box to crack open, right, that's a monster bill. It's a monster amount of money. And to be able to, you know, justify, that's a cool card. I like these. Suspended and Carbon Freeze. It's pretty centered. I'm going to put it over here. I'm not going to dwell on these cards too much. I'll come back usually in the end with, you know, a summary. I've always fumbled for that word. always say summation and stuff. It's just a terrible word. Summary is the word I've been looking for the longest. That's cool. Come on. Look at these. Some of these pictures are really cool. That's neat. Moments before the escape. Oh, that's neat. And these tracks, these little dotted tracks are just death for these stickers. But I love that sticker. Here we go. Imperial Star Destroyer. And it's got some scrapes on it. Anyway, I lose focus real easy when I see a cool card. Please do forgive me. But what I'm saying is that I think I want to sell. I've got some wax boxes of the sports variety, and I'm thinking I might sell some of those to help fund my desire to crack open a box here on the channel, because I only have a few left in here. That is weird. Look at that. You get that Photoshop blaster in there hitting what is, look at that weird stormtrooper thing. It's just interesting. But that's what I'm thinking I want to do. I think I'm going to sell some of my other things. I've got a couple of 3 3/4 mint on card Star Wars characters. Maybe a couple of my, certainly decent baseball cards that I've gotten graded over, the last couple of years as well. But right now, I am just absolutely thirsty to Lando's Aid Lobot to get my hands on a box of BBC sealed Star Wars 1970, and that I think you just have to get BBC sealed Star Wars for that series 1 box. You can't. That has too good a fruit inside it that it might be actually pilfered. Kind of gone through and sifted, and you just can't. You don't want to spend half the money on a box that's not going to contain what you want it to contain. So try to get something that is certified and legitimate. But I've got Empire Strikes Back Series 3 to kind of go through and make a complete set and send off some good guys. The Executor. It's off center. Ooh, boy, look at that. Look at that guy. And right behind it, look at those two dudes. And I want to say that those are probably 2 of the better centered cards in the box. Probably this one's better than the other. This corner has it here. Here, let's take a look. Is there anything on that corner? But that corner has a little bit of dingage. But anyway, pretty good. Just definitely not a 10. That's too bad. What about this guy real quick? It's certainly worth taking another look at in a minute. But that's just what I'm thinking. I am gonna try to make, let me know. I don't want to do some weird thing like give me a bunch of likes or give me I'm not all about that kind of stuff here, but some comments or something like that, just to let me know that you would be all over viewing that would give me maybe a little extra push. That's a little off center. Look at that guy. He got some extra card printage over here. It's just a weird print job, more than even just a cut job. Han Solo, Harrison Ford. pretty cool. I'll put that over here for viewing in a minute. That's a little off center. Very cool. Snow Swept Chewbacca. Medical treatment. Get back quick. It's Vader. It's got a corner damage. It's a cool sticker. The Searcher. It's looking pretty neat. Okay, the Avenger off center. Another ship. I love those ship cards. The Pursuer. Yeah, so Luke on the hunt. Just came out of that weird tubey looking thing. Anthony Daniels as C-3PO. They're finally spelling it out with the letters and numbers. I do like the backs. The Mysterious Planet. Okay, what do we got here? Almost need to honestly get a little scissor for that, because it's just, you know, there's some other card in the pack that's void of some cardboard because this card got it. Yeah, so I have got a box of Return of the Jedi Series 2 coming my way. Should be here in a couple of days. But I'm also thinking, because I, you know, who doesn't like the original 5 series? It's got a nice little bent area up there in that upper right. It's because of this that I've been teasing for a little bit, is this extra box here of Series 4. I think what I'm going to do to cut down, all this whole pack seems to have gotten a little damage up there. To cut down on some of these longer videos. Oh, hello there. It's the original hello there, instead of, you know, old Obi-Wan. Okay, that would be a cool card. It's a little off center as well. But what I'm gonna do is break up that box and open it, but in like 3 shorter videos of 12, 12, 12, something like that. And we'll see what 3 20-minute style videos, you know, see if it's more appetizing for some folks, and then they can sift through and look at it that way, you know. Might make it easier, of course, on me as well. This one I've noticed has 0, this is card number 233, and I want to say this one, the Dashing Han Solo one, yes, has 0 PSA 10s. So, you know, this is a fighter's. I'll have to really look at it in the microscope, and it's got a dimple here, and I feel like it is a little off center going that way, right to the left. But, so, you know, what do you think? That's actually a really clean card there. Oh, here's another cool one. Look at that. How is that not what is this one? What is this card? 165. What do we got here as far as numbers? And I just know that, you know, this set is not going to have its, there's 1 PSA 10 and 17 9s. Only 35 graded all together. So this is off center. I'm going to be looking for this one. And I'd love to send a couple off of that guy. That's cool. Okay, Imperial Spy. This is a good looking card. It's got a little bit of, is that lifted? I think it is a little bit. Anyway, I'll check it out. But I'm just thinking, right? Let me know, comment though, if you don't mind. 20-minute videos, knocking out some packs from season, series 4, and maybe that's how I'll kind of handle some of these things. And I've been trying to time out the video releases. That's a cool card. To be like on Fridays or whatever, right? And just kind of have a set release. Not that I'm churning out videos at such a clip where I need to space them necessarily, but it's just a goal of mine, right? And I do have no less than 8 PSA submissions currently outstanding. That's a cool card. This is one that I did get from PJ, but that's cool. Stickers are cool. So I've got plenty of, I would say return videos in the queue with 8 of them coming. That's cool. I'm just gonna put that over there. The Falcon in repair. Oh, that's a cool one. Actor Billy D. Williams. Still pumped about getting that as a PSA 10 from the Empire Series 1 on the star file. That was really cool to get. Really low numbers there. That's cool. Some unique shots in this one, I have to say. Let's see. This one I don't see too much of wax, but there is some on here and it's ill-centered. But Warrior Driven. We got Luke battles himself. That's right. That's when he kind of has some hallucinations. Into the Carbon Freeze. Looks decent at first glance. I'll check it out later. Shelter on Icy Hoth. Sticker. It's another behind the scenes Hoth Rebel base sequence. Filming an explosion. I can just imagine the set. Here's the Millennium Falcon. That would be a good one to get in great condition. But a lot of these have corner problems. A lot more corner issues coming out pack fresh than I'm a little used to so far. Like this one right here is looking okay, but a little ill-centered. That one's got a little bit of a pimple on it. A little bit low. Here we go, dashing. This is a 0-10s. It's got a little bit of a lifted corner, if you can see that right there. And then anything else though? Looks pretty good, but it's probably no better than a 9, honestly, because it's just not perfect. I feel like the 10s that I've been lucky enough to get have really, spoken to me. There's been a couple that I've had on camera that and I felt like weren't, but then ended up being, right? You'll get that every once in a while. It's not that PSA doesn't surprise you in some way. Usually on the sad side of things than on the good side like that, but nobody's perfect. It's a cool card. Worried Droids on Hoth. Not like that, just looks shopped, Photoshop there. But that's a cool card nonetheless. A Tearful Farewell. We've got a couple of cool stickers. All right. Try it, have you? Off to the left. Okay, we got a cool Darth. Come on. Okay, centered looks pretty good at first glance. What is going on down here? What is that? I mean, it looks pretty okay. Let me just take a quick gander at this. There is something happening on that corner. But I'll just put it over here for a minute. Might be a niner, who knows? Okay. Gruesome Fate. I am magnifying it out. I've got some kind of readers on that help me magnify. I've got the magnifying glass. I've got a handheld too. I've just noticed that, you know, the closer you get in there and just kind of realize the flaws, even though you want to send some of these in, like some of the big cards of the sets, if you will, on these things, you want to sell them in because you want to. Yeah, that corner. Evil threatens. Okay, this is like a pack I've gotten before, you know what I mean? It's got this routine down on this one. That one's a little off to the left, but it's a cool card. Man, I'd love to get that straightened up. Okay. Chewie retaliates. That's a pretty centered card. I feel like these have some soft corners. But yeah, the tougher you are on yourself, you know, and just try not to be like, I'm just going to cross my fingers and send it, is because they are going to find the issues. Here's Chewie spiffing up a Wookiee. It's got a bent top there. Oh yeah. Kirshner directs Mark Hamill. That's a cool shot. Okay, the Avenger off to the right. I was also just kind of, you know, as my PSA returns kind of go through the system there at PSA, I get excited / anxious and antsy and all the other descriptors, waxy and damaged, and I start to really kind of go over the photos that I took of the cards, of the ones that I actually sent. And I start to go, oh no, you know, this Series 2 batch in particular, you know, I've gone a little bit through that video again, and I've looked at my photos, and man, unlike, of course, the kind of the Empire Strikes Back, and even my Series 3 first return of the two, that looks pretty good. I like that card. I feel like that's not going to be a big old, you know, return of 10s, that's for sure. I think I was just kind of wishful thinking, and we will see what that Series 2 return is. But, you know, I am starting to talk myself off the, you know, the little clouds there of maybe I'll have anything close to that Empire Strikes Back return. I know that's not going to happen again because they had much better print qualities later in the game like that. Here's basically this same pack again. Oh, this is cool. These are cool, the checklist, and that looks real pretty. That's a real pretty looking card. Here's another tried. Have you? I know it's a little off center. Oh, dang. See that corner up there? What's that up there? Yeah, it's a little bit of a zitty thing. Vader is back. Pumped that there's some cool Vader shots, but I need to get some that are clean. I'm gonna get some clean guys. It's waxy. It's off center. Here's Lando's aide Lobot. Off center. Farewell to Yoda and Dagobah. Here's Han Solo and his fate off center. Captain Solo senses a trap. little low, I would say. Rebel Forces. Do we have the tracks? We got some tracks. Man, that's a cool sticker, though. Dang. You start to realize. I was watching a couple of videos. I'm trying to remember of who it actually was. Somebody was talking about the value and that some people were asking for some of these cards on eBay. And as we all know, some of these requests for, dollar values on eBay, they're just putting it out there. They're absolutely just fishing. And no one expects to get $399,999 for a Yoda Empire Strikes Back Series 1 PSA 10, right? I mean, nobody expects that. So they just put stuff out there. But it's just interesting to look at some of these prices on eBay. I forget where I was going with that in particular. Maybe it'll come back to me in a minute. Definitely can get spacey sometimes. Oh, what's he doing here? Swampland Peril. Narrow Escape. Working Against Time. It's a clean card, not necessarily the biggest card. Tears of a Princess. And then our sticker is Lando and Probot. Okay, this would be a cool one. It looks pretty, yep, the corners are a little soft. Lobot's Task. Here's a little behind the scenes shooting the exciting climax. Yeah, just thinking about these sets are just unbelievable for Star Wars and for doing it all back in 1977 and then 80 and 83. It's even though it was 3 and then 6 years later, it's pretty clean. It's not like much had progressed as far as technology. Dang, I was looking to put that one in the good stack, but these all have corner issues, it seems. All right. A warrior-driven waxy build-up. Luke battles himself. To Carbon Freezing Pit. But yeah, whenever I have some time and I start thinking about it, like, they are going pretty slow. Now, I know that the return time for these things, because I am choosing, generally speaking, the bulk kind of value, which is slated for, I want to say 120 days-ish. There's a range. Maybe it's 90 to 120 days, or if it's 120 to 150 days. Either way, right? It just seems to be going so slow. I can tell you this, is that I sent in 2 batches at the same time. One was some Sapphire, I want to say. And then one was some more Series 3. That's pretty cool. But oh, this would be cool. I'd love to get this in a tin, of course. It looks pretty clean. It's a little off center. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Come on. A little off center again. Director Irvin Kershner. Anyway, I'm distracted. I've got a football game on over here too. Just a touch. Look at this. I haven't seen this one. On the Verge of Death. What do we got? Okay. I haven't seen this one either. Look at that off center. Here we go, the first card of the series. It's got a little bit mushed there on that top right corner. But that's a cool card. Total. That would be a cool one if it was just a little not mushed right up there. Yeah, this is definitely a new pack. I hit the other half of this thing or something. Yoda's Squabble with R2-D2. I'll put that over here. Gruesome Fate for your boy Han. I'm sure it's got the tracks. It does, but it's a cool sticker of R2. Roar of the Wookiee, printed a little low. It's pretty good. Kindred Spirits, spiffing up a Wookiee. Okay, another checklist card. This is kind of the middle of the pack / the back end. Goes all the way. Well, I think it goes to 290. Is that what it is? I think it goes to, the last card is like 297 maybe or something like that. Yeah, it is 297. So this goes to 264. But that looks pretty good. I'm gonna put that over there. I might just send in an old checklist. But just talking about the PSA submissions, and even though I sent in a couple at the exact same time, I think one of the sets I already got back on my returns. The other one, the PSA or the Series 3, I just sent in, it was like 30 more of that same box. I just found a lot of clean ones, and they are still on step 4. And I've had the other ones back for probably 3 weeks. So they must have, it takes either a much longer process or it's just luck of the draw. Here's another one of those. I'd love to get that clean, baby. But I feel like that corner's got a little bit of issues. It's a little off center as well. I'll put over there and take a look because I do want to send it, but I don't want to waste screen time and minutes. A Man Called Han Solo. That's cool. And it's got some tracks on it. Okay, Snow Speeder off center. We've got Galaxy's Most Loyal Droids. That looks good. I'll put that over there. We have got Racing to the Falcon. First glance, that looks pretty nice too. Okay, Fighting Against the Empire. Man, that looks good too. This pack has some clean cards. And this is off center. And then we've got the Executor. Okay. Haven't really seen those Boba Fetts. Had that one pack of those Boba Fetts. You know, it's once again, it's his rookie year. It's Empire Strikes Back. But it is not the star file. But this is still really early in his, you know, what would you call it? His second year or something like that. I mean, but it's still good, right? You would love to get a high quality PSA 10 of Boba standing there in the Cloud City. That's a cool shot. Okay, the Pursuer. There's Luke again going after it. And then there was a card that the protagonist was talking about. A guy who gives me some great information, as well as a lot of you. But he was talking about, there's a card in here. Actually, no. I think I was asking a question about Return of the Jedi Series 2. Not Empire Strikes Back. I'll take a look at that one again later. Little off center, Imperial Star Destroyer. Take a look at that one later. What do we got? Yeah, it's got a damaged corner a little bit. Okay. What do we got now? Moments before the escape. Got some wax. This deal is getting worse. Soldiers of the Empire. I think it was the second card I ever looked at in here in these packs. A test for Luke. That's cool. Gives you a real good perspective of just how short Yoda is. And I think, what was he, like 2'8" or something like this? I forget. They showed the stats on his star file card that I just can't remember exactly what it was. It looks good enough to put over here for re-evaluation later. It's a little low. Imperial Star Destroyer. It looks pretty squared up at a little left. R2-D2 Kenny Baker. That looks nice. I'll put that over there. Oh. See, I wonder what this is. Not only does it have a little bit of a print issue there, but you know, this kind of line up here, to me, it says that it's the card above it, right? But sometimes I feel like it's not so far down and I still get that sort of thing. It's almost like it truly is just the printing and not so much the cutting. Shooting the Exciting Climax. It's got a ding corner, then I got another one of these guys. Love. The gum is looking pretty good. I feel like this gum is, you know, it's in much better shape, right? Doesn't everybody want to see a nice close-up of this 1980 gum? Oh, my fingers, oh my gosh. Oh, it's like soft. Look at that. It almost bent. Almost looks like it's ready to eat. Which it is not ready to eat. Okay, what's down here? I think that's a pack I forgot to ever finish down there, maybe. I'm gonna zoom out just a little bit here. Okay, get back quick. It's got some damage to it. Our favorite protocol droid. Got some damage in the corner. Oh no, it looks like a lot of these. Yeah, look at that. See that? A few of these have the damage in the corner. That's a shame. The Art of Levitation had a little bit of that corner action. Yeah. See that? Anyway, raise those ships. Kind of rooting not to see a Boba Fett right now, actually. You know what I mean? That's a cool sticker. Tracks right across. Y'all see that, right? See those tracks? That is just asking for a PSA 7 or less, potentially. The Avenger. I'm looking for not a Boba Fett in this one. It's because of the corners. Okay. Well, good. I'm glad the damaged pack didn't necessarily have the damaged corners here. This was a pack I think I sat down from one of my other distractions when I was looking at something. It's got a corner. This has a major corner happening. You can see the one behind it too. They just kind of got mashed. So put that over there. All right. So how many packs are in one of these things? Usually it's 36, but I wonder if that's the case. Maybe it is. Got some wax right here because I'm showing 12 after this pack. The Verge of Death. Deadly Device. Here's another starter card. Really low. It's really low. Okay. Stormtrooper Takeover. Yoda squabbles with R2-D2. Tracks. Yep, we got some tracks. Cool TIE Fighter card. How's that looking? That looks pretty nice. It's got a little deal up here. See that? So I feel like that's the kind of thing, right? That would kick it off at 10. And I feel like 10s are not even commanding all that much. Once again, I'm not trying to sell everything, but you do look at it as a marker. But PSA 10s just saw a slew of Empire Strikes Back Series 1 PSA 10s, and they're not the desirable guys, right? They're not star files, but they sold for like basically $80 a piece, which is kind of shocking. You know, I didn't do my research. I didn't check if maybe those things came to pass or came due on the auctions on a Monday at 10 a.m. So, you know, there's a whole major strategy when it comes to that. Here's a Boba Fett. Oh, no. Look at that. It's like I'm seeing double vision over here. Because it looks pretty good otherwise. Yeah, the back has it too. Doggone it. This makes me feel like maybe I'll be seeing the other Boba Fett in here, because I think they were together pretty close to it, if nothing else. Here's a backwards card. Off center. Medical treatment. Sticker. Man, I thought this one didn't have the tracks on it for a second, but it does. Filming Vader in his chamber, that would be neat. Okay, so here's a cloud car, but off center. Chewie retaliates. It's off to the right. Okay, what do we got here? Centered nicely. Got a major corner issue down here. Okay, Lando. See that? Like this one right here, it seems to be off to the left, but yet it still has this kind of line right here, like it was, you know, like it's way shifted right and had to catch the next card over, but that's just not the case. That's all right. Okay. What do we got? This card looks pretty good, but it's got the waxy buildup, but it's a little low. Okay. Gallant Warrior. So if I was a real fan, I would know which guy this is. But I don't, and I apologize. An Ugnaught off center. There's Lando, covers their escape. I don't think I've seen this card yet. It's a little to the right, but that looks pretty nice. Maybe a soft corner in the upper right, but I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in the next level. Okay, sticker. Chewie's Task. Yeah, it's got a corner and got that weird print job there at the top, that print line. This one I've seen before. It's Kirshner. It's off to the right. Here's another TIE Fighter. It's a little off center. Okay, Minox outside. Oh my, it's those little sucker kind of bat creatures. Oh, here's a Vader card. It's got that weird print. The Ominous Vader. How is that not just a really desired card? I've got some corner problems too. 186. What is this guy? 186. I didn't look this one up already, did I? 186 has 8 10s out there. It's not one of them. Okay. Lando covers their escape again, but this time with some wax. Okay, it's got a little bit of a problem out here. Courage of Skywalker. Stormtrooper battle. Last stages of the battle. I haven't seen this card before. Here's a Boba. Dog. Major print issues on this guy. This is that same one, and it's that same print to the right. I feel like it would get an OC rating almost. It's so bad, right? In the eyes of PSA. Here's a sticker. Why did I put that over here? Why did I do that? Did that fall? Yeah. Put that there, put that there. Chewie retaliates. Pretty clean. The Falcon in repairs. It's got a chance as well. A little off center. Han's Torment with creepy Vader in the back. The Searcher. And the Avenger again. That looks pretty okay. What do we got? 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I'm totally miscounted. Must have had a sneaky guy. After this, I've got 12 left, which I believe is 1/3 of the box. Okay, waxy buildup off center. Preparing for battle. Okay. Stalked by Vader. It's a little off center, but I'll take a look. I'll take a look at that one too. Comforted by the dark side, or confronting the dark side. But yeah, I am pumped about breaking into any of these boxes, yes, but that Series 4 again, I had a blast doing the Series 4 and getting a couple of those golden rods. I've been kind of re-looking at the photographs of that too. Getting more and more excited about the potential of getting a 9 in there. I feel like that second one of mine really could be a 9. It was printed very nicely. I feel like a lot of those cards were kind of nicer than this. Here we go. This is my first slave. And that corner was miscut. I can't even think about putting that in for another look. What's he doing? Skills of the Star Pilot. Oh, he's acting like he's fixing something, I guess. But, yeah. A goldenrod 9 would be great for the old PC, as they say. Yep. Yeah, I haven't seen this one either. There's still some cards out there that I haven't seen. Gifted Performer. It's got a kind of a smushed corner, flattened out. There's this one again. Just saw it. Yeah, but my finger didn't help too much. Okay, got some, boy, this This pack has some, I mean, is it every single one of them? All 4 of these have corners. These corners got it bad. So I'll look at them for a second. Man, this is, I don't feel like I've, Shelter on Icy Hoth. I haven't seen this one before. Yeah, I haven't seen this. Building the Falcon. How am I in my bottom third of my packs and just seeing some for the first time? Here's another Slave 1. It's got this little, just kind of smushed up side. Doggone it. A droid, yeah, it's a little off center. Okay, here we go. Gifted Performer. Definitely hitting the packs that have kind of the repeats. Might look at that one again later on. You know, 3, 6. There's officially, after this, 10 packs left. But yeah, I mean, as I just kind of scroll through these PSA returns here, we got 111, a Tearful Farewell card number 201. That has 0 10s. There are a lot of low numbers on this guy. A Test for Luke, little off center. Encounter on Dagobah. Luke in trouble. Here's another Slave 1. Okay, looking better, looking better. All right. Yep, that corner. I'll look at it again, but I'm not going to send that in. I sent in a good one, but I don't think that one's as good as the one I sent in. Okay, a droid going to pieces. Okay, it looks good. It's good enough for the first glance. Here we go, another one of these. I'm getting a lot of these now. The Gifted Performer. And then Shooting the Exciting Climax. And then Blasted by Leia again. I've definitely got a few of these guys. So here are the 10 packs that we've got left. All right. Luke and the Tauntaun. Wax. And then off center. Preparing for battle. Yeah, I've got to step it up. I'm at 58 minutes. Goodness gracious. How do I always do this? Just every time. Confronting the dark side. Do we have some tracks? We got tracks. I don't know if I've seen this card before. I mean, you guys are probably at home going, I'm nuts, but yeah, I have not gotten this one. So there are like 160 cards. It's from 133 to 297. So that's 165 or something like this actual cards. So yeah, World of Darkness. It's a little low, but that's a pretty one. Don't Fool with Han Solo. It's got damage there. Yeah. So who knows what you're gonna get? 165 cards. Now you do get like 12 cards in each pack, right? But how am I'm gonna just kind of make a separate stack here. I'm gonna scoot this back just a touch. And then scoot these right here. Farewell to Young. Okay. Han faces his fate. It's got a weird print job on it. Captain Solo senses a trap. It's got a corner. Han Solo Rescuer. There we go. See, here's another one of these. I've just got these packs coming at me now. Young Senator from Alderaan. It's got potential to stare at again in a minute. Corridors of Bespin. Here's another one of these, one of the Rebel transports. World of Darkness. And then another repeat of... That's actually a pretty card. I'll take a look. Don't Fool with Han Solo. That one looks pretty good too. Let's see. Okay. Narrow Escape. Working Against Time. Oh, hello there, Chewbacca. That one looks pretty good at first glance. Okay. The Force and the Fury. I don't know if I've seen that one before. Brave Princess. That looks pretty squared. I'm just gonna, it looks pretty good. I'm gonna put it over here to save some time here. Tumbling to an Unknown Fate. There's another checklist. Seems different. Oh, there's a boba. It's looking pretty good at first glance, too. Let's see. This one has some issues. Come on, baby. Be pretty. Be pretty. Got a little bit of that up there. But that is going to be definitely one to... Oh, and I've got the awesome one behind it again. Remember, I finished that pack last time with these two. And this looks pretty good. Both of these cards look nice. I don't see any pimpling. On the Vader one, I don't see really any problems. This is maybe one of my best. Okay, what are these? 220 and 164. I'm going to look at real quick. 220, I'm closer to this one. 220 Bounty Hunter. Okay, yeah. This one's probably been sent in the most. And that is, this one has 75 PSA 9s and 19 10s. So, there's a lot of those. Now, the awesome one is 164. I would think that people would have sent a lot of these guys in. And yes, they've sent a lot in, but only 5 10s, and there are 39 9s. This might be one of my best shots at 10 right here. So just because of my future me wanting to look at this stuff and really check it out again, because it's going to be 3 months before I get these babies back. I'm just taking a look. Looks nice. I'll do that on my own time. I apologize. I don't know why I did that. But that's exciting. I do like those. Waxy Buildup, Imperial Assault, Worried Droids on Hoth, R2-D2 on the Misty Bog. Okay, that one, nope, it's a little printed low. It's got that weird print job there. 3PO's Free Ride, that's funny. Oh, here's a cool, man. These tracks just blow me away because that is a cool looking sticker. Man, I wish. That's a nice looking card. Put that over here. It's pretty good. It's just a little printed to the right. I'm gonna look at that later. Put that here. Vader and his snow troopers. A little to the right, but she's worth looking at later. The Bomber and the Imperial Spy. Okay, 6 packs left. Thanks for hanging in here this long with me. I will obviously, you've probably seen it a few times now. I'll have where my summary is located towards the end of the video, showing some of the heavy hitters, our favorite Protocol droid. Looks cool. Suspended in carbon freeze. You got Boba Fett in there. You got stormtroopers. You got some real cool colors. It's a little off to the right. This one's a little off to the right too. The Art of Levitation. Raising those ships. How am I seeing cards for the first time still? Not this one. And look at that faded print job right there. You know, it's, you know, you can't expect perfection from 1980. World of Darkness. That's positioned well on the card. Don't fool with Han Solo. Where's A Tearful Farewell or something like that? That's the one that has 0 10s. 5 packs left. Let's see what this gum is. This a soft guy? No. It's not a softie. All right. Let's put Mr. Waxy Build up here. What do we got? Shelter on Icy Hoth to the right. Tracking the Probot to the right. Taking over the Rebel base a little low. Cool shot. I love those. The snow troopers. Gallant Warrior. Pretty good. A little off to the right, but in my mind, it's like, do you send that off? You know, is that going to be somebody's grail piece one day? No. The answer is no. The Ugnaught, looking okay, but if it's not amazing. Now, this would be cool. Who doesn't like a good old classic TIE Fighter? And at first glance, this is looking mighty nice. Second glance, it's a little to the left, but I'm going to give it a third glance. Somewhere down. Come on. She looks good. Right? It's just, it is a little off to the right, but you know, do you go ahead and slab it up and get a 9? I think I would like to have a 9 of that. You never know. Right? That looks good. Nope, it doesn't. The corners got it bad. Okay, 4 packs left. 4 packs. Okay. What do we got? Off center rather. We got Princess Leia. It's gonna be low. A warrior driven. Cool card, but to the right. Here he is. Luke battles himself and his own thoughts into the carbon freeze. Low. We got a track-filled Leia sticker. Oh, here's a Slave 1 with a corner damage. Parts. See, that corner's got it. Otherwise, oh my gosh, yeah. Ooh, boom, boom, boom. This card. That's a good bookmark at this point. Okay. A droid gone to pieces. Show me another one of the... I think I got one of the Boba Fett's. I had none of these up until about 10 packs ago, and now I got 4 of them. It's worth looking at it again. This is off to the left. Got that a couple of times here. 3 packs left. What do we got? I do like this card. I love that they try to Photoshop in these mid-shot blasters. Last stages of the battle. Here's a Boba. Come on, I haven't looked at it yet. Is it off center? It is. It's the same one. It's that same off center guy. Look at that. Again. It's got a little bit of a corner as well, so I'm not going to beat myself up. Han Solo, Harrison Ford. So off to the right. Medical treatment. Off to the left. Sweet Vader sticker with tracks. Okay. Filming Vader in his chamber. This one has these, you see these bent up kind of, actually it's not bent. It's just the next card coming in. Here's another Boba right here. I didn't even realize it. Okay, come on. Oh, is this nice? Is this a good one? I think this is looking pretty nice. That's another real pretty one. This might even be better than the last one I looked at. I'm gonna try to be careful now. It's got a little bit of a kind of a print job right there. But ultimately, there's no like dimples and pimples and stuff on the actual card. The back is looking centered, which is just a bonus, right? I've seen 10s come in, but this card is looking really nice. I'm excited to send that one off. What up? We got a little Vader right behind her again. So that's like the dynamic duo. Now this one has a little bit of a corner, but I'm wondering if maybe they could, yeah, this one's got a little bit of a corner too, but it's centered so nicely. I'm gonna take a look at it. But I got what I asked for. I got myself a another Boba Fett. So I cannot come away with being unhappy when I get a little bit of what I ask for, right? So that is great. It's a little low. And here's your boy, Gallant Warrior. If anybody knows who that is, you know, I might research it. Is followed by the Ugnaught like it was last time. Were there any cool cards in this cycle of cards here? Different sticker. Spectacular. I mean, these sets are just ridiculous. I cannot get over. Oh, cool. Come on. Dang. That corner down there. Man, this would be really cool. I might have to go on the aftermarket. Plus, what is that? That's like a weird red print line here. I like this card. What is this one? Just for gits and shiggles. 165. There's 17 of these in a 9 and 1 in a 10. That's a cool one. That's a good enough looking card. Imperial Spy. Brave Princess. Nope. Corner. And Filming the Falcon. Last pack. Last pack. We are at an hour and 13 according to this video. I don't know if I've put in here a precursor video and then I've got the summary coming. I'm sorry, and so we're an hour and 20. That's why I'm going to try to do these. I'm going to do this box in probably 2, maybe even 3 different videos. But that's for another time. Let's not waste more time talking about that. Captain Solo senses a trap. We got Han Solo Rescuer off center. Seeking the missing Luke. I'm gonna go to this last one. Seemed to be bent a little bit. This an oddly bent card. Preparing for battle to the right. Stalked by Vader. Okay. That one looks pretty good. Put that over there. All right. Corridors of Bespin. Another one of these, Rebel Transports, World of Darkness. Nope. Don't. And then Building the Falcon. Okay. So let me pause this stuff and I'll come right back with my summary. So this is the next morning and I've kind of gone through my findings from last night and cracking open this box of episode 2, or series 2 rather, of Empire Strikes Back. And I think I'm just going to try to speak a little bit more to anybody who hasn't sent in too many things to PSA, which was me probably 6 months ago, honestly. And the fact of kind of what do you look for and things like that. I just sent in a batch of things in the beginning and really didn't have any idea what I was doing. I was like, this looks pretty good, and I'm sure they're gonna like it. It's much more of a strict thing. It seems like even more so these days with these cards, and I kind of want to give an idea of what it is I'm sending in. So even my last month or month before self would have sent in a lot of things just because I wanted to get them slabbed. And some of these I'm guilty of, quite honestly, of just wanting to get them in a cool slab, just to be able to have them and not have to worry about, pinkies out all the time, messing with the cards if I'm looking at them. I have got 15 cards here that I am going to send in. I'm just going to file through them here as I talk. We got this one, and every one of these, kind of like my recent stuff, is that they might not be the marquee card. I have just gone through these batches. I went through first real rough right there on video and kind of decided whether it was good enough for a kind of a first run to look through. And then I looked through again with a magnifying glass and my wife's readers and all the stuff. And I have come away with these 15 cards that I'm going to fire in to PSA. And although I might be able to find, there's maybe a 90% chance kind of thing. See, this one I think looks really good. There's some, I can't remember what maybe the one, if I had, gun to the head, which is a terrible figure of speech, but, what the issue was slightly. I thought it was like a blue corner, on the blue corner. Anyway, who cares? I've gone through these, and quite honestly, 9s is the lowest I would accept, right? I think I'm not sending these in unless I think they have a viable option, possibility rather, to get a 10. And I wanted to show you real quick something that I was kind of what I've done. I'm going to cut to a little, I'm going to go through this card here with a fine-tooth comb, just a little bit of kind of what I look at and look for. So we'll go to that now. So I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of the couple of the things that I look at and what anybody is graded down on when it comes to a trading card when you send it to any of the grading companies. Of course, you're looking at the centering, you're looking at these surface issues, and you're looking at corners, right? Just overall print quality and just kind of look. And then you've got the back as well. But looking at this guy, he looks pretty centered. So I'm kind of happy with that. Then I try to take it into a situation where I can see some glare and kind of go down the face of this guy and see if I see any of that dimpling or pimpling or anything else with the actual cardboard of the card. Forgive me, I'm doing my best to not ever even show my fingers in here because it'll take away from the subject. But then I try to go in here to the sides and then look at the corners, right? And a little bit of bending, as you can see, of the actual card is maybe fine. But if you get in here to these corners, and you take it down the sides here, and you look at the corners, those are looking pretty. You'd like for there to be a steep cliff on these edges in that corner right there. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna go down the side here, get in here to this corner. That looks pretty nice. Now this one is probably the weakest of the corners, but it is still not bad, right? So, and then, so the centering, and then the surface doesn't have any major problems. And then the corners don't have any major problems. And then you just go ahead and take a look at the back here and ask yourself, is this close enough? Because they're not hammering people with the backs. And I think that is a pretty good candidate for a 10. So we will see. I'm only sending one of these in with this batch, so we will find out whether this guy was judged correctly by me. All right. So putting that one away, that is, I think that's a good chance of getting a 10 on that guy. Here's another one. I was going to send in 16, and I had this all ready to go, and I think this looks beautiful in every way, except for on the back. I have noticed now, right here is that little spot. And that's just out of nowhere. I looked at others, obviously, and they don't have that same spot. And this is what I think hammered me on my, a couple of cards in the past that just got remarkably low. I think it was like the Series 1 Empire Strikes Back that had a grease spot on the back and just knocked it down 3 spots or something. It was like my Yoda gave me a 5. Anyway, so I'm not going to send that in. I've got these 15. I'm going to fire these in. I'm going to be making, there's a few videos of breaking open this box of Series 4. Try to do it in clumps to make it shorter videos. Maybe I'll release them even quicker, regimens, if you will. But thank you very much for watching this. I've enjoyed it again. And, it's just a blast for me to kind of fill up my little hard case of good quality Star Wars cards. And, hopefully you're enjoying it along with me. But thank you again for watching. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.